Hi everyone, and welcome to the Happy Llamas Crochet. I'm Patty. Each week I'll be teaching you a new stitch, and we will be making a small project so that you can practice your new stitch. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a slip knot, a chain stitch, and a single crochet, all of which you will need to know in order to make multiple crochet projects. This is the very beginning. These are basic stitches. This week we are going to be making a bookmark. So you will need one skein of medium weight number 4 100% cotton yarn, a size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You'll also need some scissors and a crochet needle. Don't worry about getting too much yarn. Yarn comes in bundles called skeins. Don't worry about getting too much to make this small project because we are going to be using the same yarn in a future project in about 3 or 4 weeks. So if you're ready, let's get started. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Happy Llamas Crochet. I'm Patty. Each week I'll be teaching a new stitch, and we will be making a small project so you can practice your new stitch. Today we will be learning how to do a slip knot, a chain stitch, and a single crochet, all of which you will need to begin multiple crochet projects. So our project for today is going to be a bookmark. You will need one skein of medium weight number 4 100% cotton yarn and a size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You're also going to need scissors and a crochet needle. And don't worry about purchasing too much yarn. It comes in a bundle called a skein because we will be using this yarn again for a future project. So if you are ready, let's get started. This is a bookmark that we are going to be making. This is simply 5 rows of single crochet. So the first thing we need to know how to do, I'm going to be using yellow yarn today. We need to know how to make a slip knot. We need to know how to make a slip knot so we can get our yarn onto our hook. So this is the tail end of the yarn. The rest of this is the working yarn, working end, and it's attached to my yarn ball. So first thing you want to do is lay your yarn down. I'm going to show you how to do it laying down, and then I'll show you how to do it while you hold it. Take the short end, lay it across the working end, the working side, to form a loop. Then you're going to take the loop and fold it down over the working yarn. Pull the working yarn up through that loop and grab the short end and the working end and pull. Not too tight. You just want a loose knot. Insert your hook and pull the tail, the short end, the tail, and the working end to tighten the knot onto your hook. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do this while holding this. I am left-handed. I teach left-handed, but if you are right-handed and want to learn, then just, it's like looking in a mirror. Just do everything opposite. So you'll have your working end in your left hand if you're right right-handed, and you will have your tail, the short end, in your right hand. So I'll see if I can do the same thing right-handed. Okay, so I've got my working end laying out here. I'm going to take my tail and I'm simply going to form a loop. And then I'm going to take this loop and fold it down over the working end. And then I'm going to pull that working end up between the loop. With my left hand, grab the short end and the working end and make a loop. I form my knot. So then I'm going to, insert my hook into the loop and pull the short end, the tail, and the working end of the yarn and tighten this up around the hook, not too tight. So that's how you do it right-handed. All right, now to do this while holding it, back to lefty, I have the working end in my right hand, I have the short end, the tail in my left, and I'm simply going to form a loop by putting this tail across. So I have a loop. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to flip my loop down, and I'm going to reach in and pull that working end up through the loop and hold on to the short end and the working loop and form my loop. And then I'm going to insert my hook. Now, a lot of people will do the same thing, but instead of picking that yarn up with their fingers like I did, they'll do it with the hook. For me, personally, I just find that it's easier to pick it up with my finger and then insert my loop. Okay, now that we have our yarn on our hook, the tail is just going to be off to the side. We're not going to worry about that. Next thing I want to do is show you how to hold the yarn. Palm up, and you're going to pull the working end of the yarn up between your pinky finger and your fourth finger. Then you're going to wrap that yarn over between your middle finger and your index finger. Then you're going to wrap the yarn, I'm pulling this through as I work, around your index finger. And see the knot that you have on your hook? You're going to hold that knot between your middle finger and your thumb. And when we crochet, we will be working through this part of the yarn right here between where we're holding it at the knot and our index finger. I'm gonna raise up my camera a little. I wanna make sure that you can see my hands. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is, in order to get a foundation started, we're going to do a chain stitch. And in order to do a chain stitch, you have that hook or that loop that's on your hook, and we are going to work in that. So we're going to take our hook and we're going to go under this piece of the yarn right here that's in this V. See, we formed a V with our fingers, and we're going to, wait a minute, let me see. Okay, we're going to go from the inside under. So from the inside, this area right here, under, and grab that yarn with your hook, and then you're simply going to pull it through that loop. So now you have made your first chain stitch. Now we need 32, so we're going to do 32. So we've done one, and we're going to go from the inside of this V that we've formed with our fingers underneath that yarn, grab it with your hook and pull it through the loop that's on your crochet hook. Okay, we'll do this again. That was what, 2? We've done 2. We're successful. So anyway, do number 3. We're going to go underneath the yarn, grab it with the hook, pull it through the loop. This is called yarn over because you're pulling the yarn over the hook, okay? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see. So see, we have 10 chain stitches here. Don't worry if your chains if they're multiple sizes, some will be tight, some will be loose. That's just something that normally happens when you first begin to learn to crochet. And the more you crochet, the more even your stitches will become. Okay, so we have done 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, if you'll notice, each time I do a new chain, I will advance my fingers along. So I'm holding the last chain I did between my thumb and my middle finger. That's just to stabilize it. Okay, that's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, if you're right-handed, of course, everything's going to be reversed. It's just like looking in the mirror. When I teach people in person that are right-handed, I have them sit across from me. Anyway, we have 30, and for this pattern, for this bookmarker, we need 32 chains. So that's 31 and 32. Okay, I'm going to pull that out, or pull it to make it larger, just so it doesn't, I don't lose my chain. So here we have 32 chains. This is the foundation of our bookmark. So the pattern now calls for us to work in this. We're going to skip this first stitch. Pull this out of the way. This is going to be on my hook. So the pattern will say, move this over. Pattern will say work in the second chain from the hook. So this is the hook with, we don't pay attention to this right here, right now. This is going to be the first chain and the second chain. So we are going to work our first single crochet into this chain. So I'm going to tighten my yarn back up on here. All right, so you do not count the loop that is on the hook. You count the completed chain. So here's 1, here's 2. So we're going to work in this one right here. And in order to make a single crochet, you're going to insert your hook into that loop. So now you have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to do a yarn over like we did for the chain, and we're going to pull the hook back through that same loop that you went into. We're going to do another yarn over and pull it through both loops, and that will complete your first single crochet. So we're going to work our way back down to where we started. So we're going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull the yarn back through that same chain that we went into. We're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. All right, insert the hook in the next chain, yarn over, pull through the loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, we're on our 4th one. So we're going to insert the hook, yarn over, pull back through the chain, yarn over, pull through both loops. All right, insert the hook into the chain, yarn over, pull back through the chain, yarn over, pull through both loops. Right, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull back through the chain, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Insert the hook, insert the hook, yarn over, pull back through that same chain, yarn over, pull through both loops. Insert, yarn over, pull back through. Whoops, I dropped my loop, slipped off. I just simply put the hook right back through it, picked it up, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Insert into the chain, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I am here on my last chain that I'm going to work into, so I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Now, you will notice that my project is curling a little bit. That's perfectly normal. The more rows we do, the more it will straighten out. So you'll see the one I made previously, the purple one, it straightened out. It was just like this one, curled. Okay, now we want to make another row. So in order to make another row, because we're using single crochets, and we're going to do another row of single crochet, we're going to chain 1. If we were doing a double crochet or treble crochet, for a double crochet we would chain 2, or for a treble crochet we would have chain 3. So we chain 1, just like we did in the beginning when we first started making our chains. Then we're going to turn our project over and we're going to work back in the opposite direction that we just came from. So you will see your crochet, let me put this up. You can see your stitches that you made, and it forms a V. See, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. And so we've done that all the way down. So we are going to, though, if you look at this, this is the top looking down. But if you turn this and look on underneath, you'll see that there's a hole here under those two stitches, or not stitches, but two areas that form this one stitch. So we're going to be working into this area right here on each one of these stitches as we go along, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that when we insert our hook that we are going to go underneath both parts of that stitch. Okay, so we've done our chain one and we have turned our crochet, so we're going to work back. So I'm going to go into this underneath those first two parts of that stitch. Those are called, that's the front. The one closest to you is the front of the stitch, and the one furthest from you is the back of the stitch. And there will be times that we will work in only either the front or the back, but we're not ready for that yet. So we're going to work under both of those. All right, so I inserted my hook. Let's see, what did I do here? Okay, we're going to insert the hook, and we're going to yarn over and pull through that loop where we are, the stitch we are working in, and we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. Same thing that we just did, but now instead of working in the chain, we're working in the stitches that we made. So you'll see right there's another area, that little hole there, and it will go insert our needle, our hook, and you will see that we are underneath both of those parts, the front and the back of the stitch. So we're going to yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Okay, go on to the next one, insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, make sure you get both the front and the back part of that stitch. Yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two loops. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two loops. And you can see my project is still curling because we don't have enough stitches on it yet. Okay, insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. All right. Insert, see I'm going underneath both parts of the single crochet that we made in the previous row. Yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through two. Okay, keep going till you get to the end, and I will meet you down there. Okay, I am on my last stitch In this row, I'm going to insert my hook under both parts of the single crochet stitch that we are working in. Yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. And once again, since we are at the end of the row, we want to do a turn. We are going to do a chain 1. So now we have 2 rows. We're going to turn, since we did our chain 1, and we're going to repeat the same process because we're not doing any other stitch but this single crochet for this project. So again, you can see that I have all of my single crochets that I just made, and you can see both the front and the back. And once again, we're going to work underneath both of those for each stitch. So this first one here, I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. Go to the next one. We're going into this hole underneath both the stitches, insert the hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert the hook into underneath both parts of the stitch, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, back through, yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook. Insert the hook under both parts of that single crochet, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. Insert the hook. So you can see it's under both parts of the stitch. Yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Insert, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, I'm going to go down to the end, so work your way down to the end, and I'll meet you there at the last couple stitches. Okay, I'm at my last 2 stitches. I'm going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull back through, yarn over, pull through 2, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, back through, whoops, slipped off. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, once again, we have come to the end of our row. And after you do your last stitch, before you turn, you want to make sure you do a chain 1. So do your chain 1 and then turn. And you're going to go back through and we did 3 rows together. We're going to do 2 more rows, and then this will be completed. So what I want to show you now is how to finish up the edges. So I'm only going to do my 3 rows. So when I got to the end of this, I did have too many strings here. I did a chain 1, just like if I were going to turn it. You will turn it because you're going to add 2 more rows. But once you get to the end of your last row, you're going to chain 1, and then we want to finish this off. Make it the edges look nice. So that you see the holes, these are the stitches from the side. So we have 1, 2, 3 holes here. So we're going to do a single crochet into each hole. And that will finish off this edge. So we're going to do 1 single crochet into that hole, 1 single crochet into the next hole, 1 single crochet into the, oh, I guess I have 4 holes. I should have, yeah. I said 3, 4. Okay, 1 single crochet into the 3rd hole, and 1 single crochet into the 4th hole. Now we want to go and we want to finish off this edge along here. So we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to rotate. We're not going to turn, we're going to simply rotate our project. And we're going to single crochet into each one of these stitches along here. Starting with this very first one, we're going to do a single crochet and just go along and do a single crochet into each one. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'm going to crochet into each one of these, and then I will meet you at the end. Okay, I've come to the last few stitches, and as I was doing this, I was thinking that I have called some of these areas holes, but technically they are referred to as spaces. You will see them noted as spaces in patterns. So these areas here that are going across, I've got 4, I called them holes. They're actually 4 spaces. So I'm going to crochet across to this end. First I am going to, before I rotate, I did my last stitch, I'm going to do a chain stitch at the corner here. Then I'm going to rotate. I'm not turning, I'm rotating. Turning, I would be working on the opposite side. I'm still on the same side that I was, so I'm going to do a single crochet into this first space. I'm going to do a single into the second space. I'm going to do a single into this third space. Sometimes they're hard to see. You got to really search for them when you're on these in. And I'm going to do a single into the 4th space. Okay, now I have completed my project. And I am going to cut my yarn. I only went around 3 sides, so you can see, because this is the last row I was working on. When I got to the corner, I did my chain and I rotated, and then I went across into the spaces here. And then when I got to the end, I did another chain, and then I did single crochets all the way down, did another chain, rotated, and gone to the end. So I've only done 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, because I could go and do a single crochet in here, but this row's already finished off from when I initially crocheted it. And if I wanted, I would just be adding another row, but I've already completed. You will have 2 more because you're going to do 5 rows. For the sake of the length of this video, I've only done the 3. So now I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving a tail. And I pulled on my hook and made my loop larger. And I'm just going to insert this in and pull it and make a knot. Then what I'm going to do, Got to get my needle. Okay, now that I've made my knot, I've got my crochet needle, and I'm going to thread this into the eye of the needle. Get my glasses. And then I'm going to just simply weave this tail into these stitches. This will secure it, and it will hide it as well. So, and I like to go in different directions. Not everyone knots their tail, but I always do, just to make extra sure it's not going to come out. So we're going to go through here, and I just do a few turns here and there, and then then I just snip this end off. Okay. And this is where we started. So I will do the same exact thing with this end. Just weave it in. And there is, I will show you how to block later. At another time we will show how to block, but okay. If I had more, this was wider. Let's see. Okay, so here's the yellow one I made. Here is the purple one I made. Okay, now that is our first lesson. I hope that you have enjoyed this lesson. I hope you enjoy your bookmark. And I am going to turn the camera up now and show you some projects that I have made. So we don't need to be so close. All right, first thing I want to show you that I have made is an Afghan that I made for my mom a few years ago. Unfortunately, she passed away 3 years ago. But I made her a purple and white butterfly Afghan. And it's got the threads on the end that I knotted on the end. She always kept this at the foot of her bed because she said it kept her feet warm. I have started making amigurumi animals, and I made some little, this is a little octopus, a little baby. It's got its little baby arms. I made a purple one and pink one. I just think they're so adorable. Their little eyes, and they're all squishy. These would make great stress balls. So I wanted to show you that. And I made a cute little soft floppy bunny. I pat it just like it's a baby. Goodness. It's got floppy ears. It sits. It's got a tail. This was made with Premier Yarn, and on premieryarn.com they have the pattern for these. They show them in 3 different colors. This is the color I chose. I'm going to make some solid ones too, solid colors. So that's my bunny. I have made turtles. This is a watermelon turtle that I made. Here's this cute little face. He's so soft and squishy. They're so cuddly. I made a baby turtle. This is out of worsted yarn. We will be going over different kinds of yarn. This is the little baby one I made. I have more that I made, but I've sold them. This is a kiwi turtle. There's his little tail. Here's his belly. This pattern for these turtles, I found the pattern on YouTube. They have free patterns on there. The idea about making the kiwi came from Crochet by Jenna. And here's the very first one that I made. The multicolored shell. Here's his little face. They're just so cute, and these are great for kids. They're so cuddly. This is a cow I made. It's got his little curls, little horns, and he's got the cutest little tail. This pattern came from Crochet by Jenna. I purchased that. Is that it? That's it. Right now I am working on a dragon. I completed its head last night, all except for the hair. And I'll be finishing that up, and I'll be sharing that next week. So that's it for today's lesson. That's your very first lesson. I hope that you will join me each week for a new lesson. Next week, we're going to be learning how to do double crochet, and we'll have another small project to make so that you can practice your stitch. And each week we'll be doing another one. And I hope you stick with me for at least 12 lessons, because after 12 lessons, I will be making and sending out completion certificates. So if you have any questions about anything we did today, please put it in the comments below, and I'll address it during next week's class. So I want to tell you, I have a Facebook page, Happy Llama Crochet. And once you get your bookmarks made, if you'll go on and post a picture of that and share it with our community, that would be wonderful. I ask that no one make any negative comments. We want to keep this all happy and fun. And of course, I have the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and share my YouTube channel. Help me to build us a fun community. So until next week, I will say goodbye. I've got a lot of crocheting to do. I've got some orders to fulfill. So I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.